We're back, Ranger Faithful. And of course, what are we going to look at for our first foray, as it were, into our Megazords? Well, why don't we look at the first one that was the first Zord that came out in Japan, which I think was the second one that came out here in America, the Mystic Dragon. So we've got the Mystic Dragon from Magi Ranger. That standard circular tape. No Ranger key with that. Very small design. Comes in this little box here that I will now take apart. Comes disassembled into 4 pieces. I mean, it'll actually let me take it out of the bag, which would be nice. Got the tail. The wing. The body and head. And the other wing. All come wrapped in this lovely, lovely plastic inside of a little cardboard box. So let's assemble this thing, shall we? Rangers, assemble! Clip this in properly. I'm trying to handle everything with everything literally in my hand, so it can get a bit tricky getting everything to clip in. But the wings just clip on the top. And that one did not stay. Reviewer fail. Look at the box and see what I do with the legs. Oh, I tilt them in at an angle. That's why. That's gotta be this way. With the foot. There we go. Or probably not. I'm probably being a total idiot. Those of you who remember my earlier reviews remember me completely flusting. Flusting? Yes, that's a word. Flusting. How to assemble Gal Line. It looks like the trend has continued, and I'm flusting on Magi Dragon. Alrighty. I can see it goes in at an angle. I'm just trying to find the right connection points. It's in all Japanese! The thing is, I know the position it's supposed to look at, it's just that trying to do it is a bit tricky. There we go. You get to connect them into the back of the wings like this, which is a bit tricky when you're holding it up and you're not using a table as a brace or anything like that, so it's a bit nuanced. when you're trying to do everything with your hands not quite stabilized by a table. Alright, so let's reconnect him to, there we go. I am having no trouble keeping this together. So, it's a dragon, and I am having trouble connecting all the parts, but it has an articulated mouth, it has articulated head wings. It does have a dragon form, I just can't get it to work while holding everything in my hands. Alright, so the box here for the American dragon is about the same, with including a circular clip, a circular piece of tape on the side that you can easily open. It comes with the Magi Red key, Mystic Red, Mystic Force Red Ranger key. That's not all 20 Rangers, but certainly a lot of them on the top. And parts are falling all over the place as I open the box. Comes with our Green Ranger key. I know some people have given them dings for the quality of these toys, but honestly, all the molding is there, just without any paint apps. And considering how basic Magi Dragon is, throwing this in, I think actually increases the value. Look at that sculpting. It's got the everything is there. All you really need is some knowledge of paint. Everything is in there. It's wonderfully done. Size-wise, he's about the same size as Gokaiger, which I don't think is 12 inches. He's probably 6 inches, but whatever. If anyone really wants to know after this review is over, I can pull out my SH Figure Arts figures and the 5-inch line and all that, and you can see a comparison of all the toys, if you're interested in that. We've got our Red Mystic Ranger key. We'll now join Translucent Red over here amongst my other stuff. This box you have to tear apart unless you want to get some scissors out, which I probably should have, but too late now. Since the box is now trashed, it'll go into the trash. It all comes in one bag instead of four separate ones. The parts are practically identical in terms of how it breaks up. You've got the claws here, you've got the wings here. Let's hope I don't have another fail. Other side. They use standard Zord builder parts here, of course, even for the interior connections. That was easier than Japanese release. Now, there are pegs on the inside, so we'll just connect this together like we would on the stores. There's the standing ports. Oh, that's obvious. You actually connect them in on the sides here, near as I can tell, unless I'm being blind, which has been known to happen. have no luck with these transforming toys, do I, folks? Alright. And the instructions are somewhere. Yeah, it does connect on the sides, that's what I thought. Oh, that's how they did it. The actual connection port is here, inside the claw. And there we go. The Mystic Dragon. Woot woot. Its key functionality, I'll use translucent red instead of having to tear apart another box to get out Mystic Red. That's what the key functionality is it makes the wings flap. That was a fun fact. Again, the thing I love about the auto key flipping is also a downside, because where you mount the key, just like I showed in the Zeo review and the other one, if you could fold it down and keep it in that position, you could have a ranger riding a dragon, which is cool, but unfortunately you can't do it because of the spring gimmick. So, now that I've made a fool out of myself trying to assemble a dragon, paint apps are more sparse on the American release. But that's why you're probably not here. You want to see... Well, we're actually not covering that yet. That's for the combination review, isn't it? So I've shown you the two dragons. Probably not in the best possible manner, because they're a bit of a pain to assemble and put together and get everything in the right place. But I will give it one last shot. There's a lot of ways these can go in, but I think only one is correct. See, what I'm figuring is it has to go flat like this. But that's a bit tricky to figure out the nuances of. Suppose it could connect in like that. So we'll give this one last shot, shall we? And hope I don't pop everything apart. Yep. I did have it right in my original thoughts that it had to go into the back. It's just that trying to hold everything together and attach everything was proving rather cumbersome, but now I've got the hang of it. So there is the Mystic Dragon. Here is the Legendary Dragon. Size differences are obvious. It's been a bit simplified. The head crests do articulate on both. The mouth looks like it should open, but again, I'm trying to hold multiple things, multiple cumbersome things, and it looks like it should open, but I can't actually get it to open. But you can see there actually is molding here, so maybe this molded the mouth, but it possibly could open. The arms are articulated. The head is articulated. You can see the paint apps are more sparse on the American release. It's obviously smaller. The mouth is articulated on the Japanese release. But seriously, looking at them, neither one of them is really impressive. Japanese one just doesn't want to hold together on me, of course. Alright, fine, Magi Dragon. Fine, I will hold you from the center. It actually says in the instructions to not hold it from the top. But honestly, look at the design. Look at them. They're not very impressive toys, all told. It's really not all that impressive, either one. It's a pretty basic toy. But, and the simplification really didn't do much to it. It's still the same basic, simple toy. But, with the American release, you get a Ranger key and a figure. A nicely molded figure, with no paint ass, I'll give you that. So, honestly, if I were to give my review on just the dragon here, my vote, again, would have to go to the American release. Not because it's a better toy, but because you get a lot more bang for your buck. It's cheaper, because it's the domestic. It's smaller, which also makes it cheaper. It comes with it comes with a toy. Has no articulation what to speak of, but still a nice figurine. And if you like to paint, it's perfect for you. And it comes with a Ranger key. The Japanese release cannot say that. So, again, they're both underwhelming. But if I had to pick one over the other on just a dragon, because again, combination will be a separate video and we'll determine which ones have the better combination, I'd say go with the domestic dragon.